I believe they fixed the internet down here in Costa Rica because it seems to be going fast. Now, it might be temporary. Maybe it only works for the first few minutes of the show, but I want to start off by thanking you all for joining us, sharing your most valuable asset with us today. That's your time, your attention, and most of all, your beautiful heart and spirit. It is so lovely to be here. Yeah, I am getting a little bit of yellow on the stream, but I figured it was worth a try anyways, just to dive in and see if I can actually get the stream to run. I know that in the past, the internet here has been in and out, so I've been doing all my streams pre-recorded because of that. And I just wanted to see if it was possible today, and it looks like it's not actually working. That's too bad because I got super excited to do a live stream with you guys. I wonder maybe there's a way if I just downgrade the settings and the speed, and let's find out here. We'll go to 2.5 megabits a second. Maybe that will make a difference. Yeah, I don't know why it's going slow. Maybe you guys can give me a thumbs up in the chat there. You can let me know how it looks on your guys' side of things, because currently I have no particular clue. I didn't even open up the tab to see where it is the chat is. That's how long it's been since I've done a live stream. I don't even have the chat open. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great time. The Raven run the last few weeks has been fantastic. What an enjoyable ride. FLO's up another 6% today. I'm just trying to load the chat here so I can interact with you guys and see how this stuff is going. I think the stream should be going okay, but I really won't know until I ask you guys, I guess. So if you can, let me know how everything's going. Yeah, it says live stream health is poor. Ugh. God, why does that always happen? Okay, who knows? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out very quickly, I think, if this stream is doing it's any good or not. Again, I just wanted to try the live updates. It is a Saturday morning, so I didn't figure it would be too much of a difference. If I can't get these to work in the live streams anymore, I think I'm just going to continue to do the pre-recorded events. They do just fine. I do love chatting with you guys and answering questions though, so hopefully I can figure it out and it'd be a little more effective. Yeah, because I can't see the chat at all. Dang, hey? Well, I'm going to just let this be a kind of live stream practice, see if I can get the health of the video stream back up. And multiple second data rate delays on your stream, it's saying. Oh man, the stream is rough, in and out. Yeah, thank you, Jill. I appreciate that. Well, that's too bad. I really have no reason for why I mean, even on my side here, Mac speed test is actually showing some great speed. That doesn't make any sense to me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I had to give it a shot. It says the live stream health is horrible. You guys are saying it's bad. There's not much I can do about that, I guess. I tried my best. We update, I mean, the internet speeds right now are fast. Like if we go to speed test, it says 7 megabits down, 5 megabits up. That should be more than enough for a green live stream. Maybe if I did it from my phone, the phone would be better or something. I have no idea. But that little green light on the live stream health bar is not looking good. Okay, people are saying the stream's great, so let's just go ahead, give it a shot. I'll play around for a little bit. I'll keep the live chat pop-up open. If it starts to get worse or something worse, I don't know. Can it get worse? Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out pretty quick, I guess. Okay, here we go. Slide this pop-up chat out so I can see. Okay, now I'll show you guys here too. Hopefully we can all figure this out together, but as you can see at the top yellow bar here, my live stream is in yellow poop and it just blinked to red. God, but on my download, on my speed test here, I'm getting 7 megabits down and 6 up. That should be more than enough. That was more than enough last year when we were live streaming, so I'm confused as to what's going on. Maybe see 3 megabits up. Very confusing, ladies and gentlemen. Trying our best to pull off the live stream. Everyone's saying it looks fine, so I'll quit the ranting and we'll just take a look at the charts. It's fine all the way in South Africa as well. So let's hope this actually makes a difference. Okay, so we're looking at Ravencoin. I actually exited my position around 1150 yesterday. I was looking for a lower re-entry point around 1050 and we didn't hit it. So none of my buys triggered. We triggered just above that around 1072. Raven's been one of these tokens that kind of has always pushed the boundaries of what we thought was possible in some of the waves. I remember that from last time as well. I'm gonna keep the live chat popped up over on this side just so I can just in case we drop in or out. Yeah, the live stream health is poor. God dang it. Oh, you try so hard to get internet in the jungle and it just doesn't want to work. I will try a live stream maybe tomorrow because I missed the chats with you guys. Maybe I'll try it with my cell phone. But yeah, I have no idea why it's going so slow. Anyways, I'll just finish this off here. If not, we'll give it another few minutes. If it continues to be slow, what I will do is I'll just pre-record this episode again today and then fire it out for you guys. So I was looking for a re-entry at 1050 on Ravencoin, and we hit 1066, 1067 at the low, so we're just above my my buy trigger. So I haven't re-entered the position yet. Now part of the question is, a wave 4 actually usually goes sideways. So here, I always love using Investopedia. We're going to be opening the Bear Den. Thank you to our Arcane Bear admins who've been putting together the webmaster stuff in the background to connect it so you guys can sign up and do all this fun stuff. But Investopedia is a great source for me. I do a lot of research here for trading ideas. Investopedia. Let's look at wave 4. Let's see, Elliott wave theory introduction. I think it's an Elliott wave theory. These guys have a great amount of data that you can just dive into. Corrective waves. Yeah, corrective waves. Let's see if it'll show us the corrective fourth wave. Elliott wave references. Oh, no. I should probably bookmark this so I don't waste my time. But they have a beautiful, wow, Elliott wave theory, Investopedia. Okay, everyone's saying the stream is mostly healthy. Okay, so I'll just keep rolling in. I'm trying to find, so we'll just make this a long episode today. So we're looking for Elliott wave 4. See, Elliott wave 4 is usually quite sideways and staggered, so let's see if it actually has the specific wave write-ups. It doesn't. They used to. Okay, the last time we were reading through here, Elliott wave 4 is usually actually noticed by a very strong sideways pattern, much like we are seeing here. It's usually a bit longer than that, though. The word meandering usually came to mind in a wave 4, but the crypto space just seems to be so full of fire. Now, on the current MACD, the conversions or the crossover is about to take place, which is actually negative for the sentiments. So I might look for a possible reentry around 1130. Still below my exit, but nonetheless, if Ravencoin makes a big wave 5 here, I would have regretted selling. So I'm going to take a small position and then slowly risk on and risk adjust my asset position as Ravencoin does its thing. So none of this is trading advice. What I want to do here is I guess start to do more of the live trading stuff, and then that way the private notes and the private Telegram members have a lot more feedback, I guess, to work with. The essentiality here is that we'll be pushing a lot of these updates out via email because I won't be doing new video updates all the time. There'll be one a day as we normally do, but a lot of them will come out in email. They'll just be easier to hit everyone with the current data. So I'm watching Raven here as a possible wave 4 and then extension into wave 5. This could have been the meandering, which is just basically the last 36 hours of sideways. And that would fit the profile of a wave 4. Now we'll have to find out. Again, I was trying to find the exact reference here for the Elliott waves on Investopedia, and they have so many pages on Elliott wave theory here. But they had one where they specifically broke down each of the waves through fundamentals, and wave 4 is almost always characterized as a meandering sideways. So we do see that. So I suspect that this is wave 4 in Raven. You could see a possible just heightened extension of wave 3 with a bigger retracement on wave 4 in the future. But I'm going to slowly risk on and add to my position here just to see what happens, because I think it's interesting to do so. So the next one that we had in the den was actually FLO. We had been looking at FLO since the middle of March here around my birthday. I actually added a little bit to the portfolio, and we made what is this? Basically, we'll call it a wave one. I don't even know how long it's been since I've done trading. It looks like, Jesus, where the heck is my Elliott wave? Oh, there, it's right down here. Where'd you go? Yeah, I don't even know where my buttons are anymore in this thing. It's been a while. Okay, Elliott wave, 1, 2, 3. So I suspect that this might have actually been a wave 1, as we did break above the previous top here. If we see a wave 2 retracement, wave 3 could go all the way up to 1800, and then wave 5 hopefully will bring us to the recent all-time highs. And it's nice to see too, because if you scroll out on the 1 hour chart on FLO here, what you notice is we actually have a previous let's go to the 1 day. It'll make it a little more accessible here. We have a previous wave count that was taking place. So here, if we bust out the Elliott wave count again, we had a wave. This wave 1, very similar to the one we just saw, broke out just past wave 3, nice and big, and then wave 5. Now here, we actually, what's kind of interesting is we could have actually already had a wave 1 up to the 2000 point, which would make this drawing quite a bit more interesting, right? And that's kind of the fun part, is if this is wave 2 and we're just finishing wave 2, wave 3 and wave 5 could be significantly more more exciting than they appear to be currently. So if we zoom out and we look at the 1 day chart again, we might see an actual further breakout past all-time highs. Although FLO, I'm a little hesitant to go heavy into this particular position. I'm going to wait for a breakout past wave 1 to confirm at least this more excited momentum that we see potentially going into the ecosystem. So these are 2 trades that I jumped into the last little while. Getting back into the day trading, getting the private members club up, the Telegram group going, writing articles on the website. I'm even actually writing articles for the Matador Network. Good friends of mine, great travel blog. They're interested in doing like crypto travel stuff, so we'll see how that goes together. Could be a really cool partnership. Excited to chat with them more. So I'm writing an article for them about how crypto currency will change the world, is one of the articles, and change the way we travel potentially too, for some of the possibilities that the blockchain space might create for, you know, tokenized rewards, you know, like when you buy plane tickets, they give you, oh, KLM gives you your blue rewards. Using these tokenized blockchain assets can actually be very beneficial for these companies as well. So it'll be really interesting to write those articles, and I'm looking forward to how this grows. But for right now, it's just a lot of patient education. So a lot of the private traders group is going to include in the newsletter, you know, not just updates and what we're looking at in the trades, because none of it will be considered a trade call. It's just what we're watching and what's interesting to us, but also a lot of education aspects as well. I think a lot of people, like for instance, the Ichimoku cloud, I know we've got free videos on this, but how and when to use it and why I'm using it. I mean, it's been a fantastic tool during Raven's breakouts, watching it. Just here, we'll scroll in. Here on Raven, you can see as soon as we broke out past the cloud, most of these times on the big wicks, we saw drops back down. So anytime I've seen wicks jump outside of the cloud, I usually I took profits there. It's one of the reasons why I exited around 1150 here, is because I saw this big wick come out the top at around 1180. It was also the cup and handle extension as well. So there's a few indicators that I'm always looking at. And again, a big part of like a pro trader's trip idea here is that you don't want to sweat your position. So the reason I exited is because there's a lot of room for downside on Raven too, where I was like, okay, great, here's a nice profit taking position. Now a lot of people like the hodl mentality, but I don't think it's a valuable place to be. You know, as an entrepreneur, what I'm trying to do is adjust my risk, because I know you can lose an enormous amount of money in business, and then you have to recover just to be able to make back to where you were, let alone anything else that might be going on too. So this is all a big game of risk adjustment. If you want to play, one of the big questions is, have you been bankrupt before? Well, no. Well, yes, maybe. That would probably be the better answer, because it means you've actually risked something to play that game. And if you haven't, you don't really know what it is we're trying to express here. So I think that could have been the potential of wave 4. I think we might see maybe 1 or 2 more quick touches of the 50 EMA on Raven here. So I'm not going to just jump into a position, even though we're testing that to 1192 area again, and it looks like it might actually break out. Here we see that little wick coming up through the cloud. If that wick extends past 1206, then I'll be interested. As you can see on the MACD, on the 1 hour, we've just turned up maybe about 2.5 hours ago, right around this first drop around 1120. So that might have already been the end of wave 4. Ravencoin has always done this in the past when we've watched it. It's gone a little bit further and a little bit faster than we had expected. I think that there's a lot of big party interest in this token and its use case and its relationships to the companies that are interested in using it. And that's a huge market value. You know, I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. This technology has value for every single industry, and you got to take that into account when trying to understand what these are. Anyways, those are the two tokens I was looking at today. Bitcoin, again, still teetering on the edge. We saw that, again, this kind of 36-degree angle and then a drop. Here's another 36-degree angle, and then I wonder if we'll see a drop. It seems like it's so consistent. Look at these. They're almost identical in angle pattern every time. The only time we saw a difference here was the flag breakouts. These ones seem to go up. They could do like a small cup and then they shoot up, but anything else in the angle seems to break down. So here, if we actually go back on the 1-day chart to Bitcoin, these U cups look a little more, where was it? Maybe it's on the 1 hour. Let's see, do I have a green stream? Nice, we have a green stream. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. The jungle internet is doing its thing. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Smash those thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. It's been forever since we've done a live show. I'm so grateful to be here ranting. I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions. I'll try to do a live show once a week. That way we can do the kind of AMA thing that we had done before. I really like this kind of stuff with you guys. Again, it's such a treat to be able to chat with you live and go over this stuff. So here we go. Where are these U cups I was looking for? I don't want to distract myself. Oh, I gotta zoom in, don't I? And my VPR is getting in the way. Okay, let's move the VPR. There we go. Whatever. I'm gonna skip this part. But essentially, what we've seen multiple times. I just don't think I'm zoomed in enough to see it. I watch these quite closely when I'm actually in a trade. But see how this one here has a slight bow downwards to it. Those are the I guess the trend for Bitcoin's upward price movement. The downward price movement, see, has mostly come from these broken sideways lines, but we've even seen big spikes out of there. Now, this is the thing with trying to notice trends and technical analysis, is that you don't come up with exact definitions. A lot of this is trying to recognize abstract patterns and be able to see what's happening. So I think a big part of this is just consistently practicing and educating yourself for what you feel is a comfortable trade strategy. The pro tip we came up today with is test your ego. A lot of the times when you make a few good trades and there's no strategy involved, you think you've got it all figured out. And I've definitely done this before. I'm like, oh yeah, this trade's totally going to work out. I don't put a stop loss in, and I walk away. I fall asleep, and the trade it goes the opposite way of what I had thought. You need to come up with a better strategy when that happens, which means you set tighter stop losses, right? You can, well, I'm willing to lose this much in the possibility of gaining this much, this type of idea. It's just a more stable way to trade as well. Very, very consistent with the emotional strength that we've talked about so many times. So I'm not super interested in Bitcoin's price at the moment. Raven before and FLO now all have a lot more momentum going into them, so I'm quite excited about that as well. Anyways, the stream health seems to be just can't keep the internet going. It's so bad. Oh, that's too bad, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we try our best here in the middle of the jungle. You know, there's only so much I can do. I guess, yeah, here, look, speed test is barely even loading. The download speeds are great. Anyways, let's answer some of your questions, and then we'll take a look. Maybe the stream health will come back. Zoom says, how do you have the volume profile? Oh, great. That's a great question. So this is actually one of our favorite trade tools. Yeah, look at the speed upload. Jesus, man, I pay for 8 megabits a second upwards, and I rarely ever get it. A little depressing. But who cares? That's so the VPR is actually part of the pro version on TradingView. So pro version on TradingView, I believe, is around $14 a month. The volume profile is hugely I use it quite often in conjunction with my Fibonacci retracement tool. Those two together seem to do really, really well in terms of finding out where some of the areas of the fill in the gap are. So with Bitcoin, one of the things that led us to the areas of support and resistance between 2,800 and 1,600 and lower is actually the VPR. So let's see here, it should load in a second. So what had worried me in the back of November is when we broke past this $6,000 range, there was nothing holding us up until this $3,200 to $4,000 range. Now, if you look here, this volume profile area is actually thinner than when we were at 6,000. That's because we've been filling it for less time, and we still broke down from there. And look at how thin this gap is, all the way down to $1,100. There's nothing holding us up. So if we break $3,400, $3,300, we're coming dropping down to $1,200 real fast. And look, nothing is perfect in technical analysis because you're trying to monitor emotions, and emotions can switch on a dime. Anything could change the sentiments of the global markets for better or for worse